Hello everyone, and welcome back to Repeat English Lab 285, your favorite place to make English simple, exciting, and part of your everyday life. I'm Emily. And I'm Lab 285. Great to be here with you again today, Emily. Always a pleasure, Lab 285. So tell me, how was your morning? You look like something interesting happened. You know me too well. Actually, yes, I finally checked out that new coffee shop on the corner. The one with the big blue door. Oh, I've been curious about that place. I walked past it just yesterday. Well, I went in and tried their special breakfast sandwich, and let me tell you, it was quite an experience. Good or bad experience? To be honest, I think it was a little too salty for my taste. Oh no. That's disappointing. I was actually planning to go there tomorrow morning. Well, in my opinion, skip the food, but definitely try their coffee. That part was excellent. Oh, good to know. And hey, did you notice what you just said there, Lab 285? Which part? You said in my opinion. That is a perfect example of today's topic. You are absolutely right, and I didn't even think about it. It just came out naturally. That is exactly the goal. And that brings us to today's lesson, how to express your opinions in English. This is something we do every single day without even realizing it. Whether we are talking about food, movies, the weather, or even coffee shops with blue doors, we are always sharing opinions. So let's break it down. Emily, what is the simplest way for someone to start sharing their opinion? The simplest and most natural way is to say, I think. That's it. Short, clear, and easy. Exactly. For example, I think today is a beautiful day. Anyone can say that, at any level. And it sounds completely natural. No complicated grammar needed. Now, if you want to sound a little more confident or certain, try I believe. It carries a bit more weight. Right. For example, I believe this is the best way to learn English. It sounds strong and clear. I love that. Now, Lab 285, here is an important question. Does it matter how we give our opinions? Like, should we be careful about sounding rude? Absolutely. This is so important. You never want your opinion to sound like an order or an attack. Exactly. That's where softer phrases come in, like I feel like. It makes everything sound friendlier and more like a suggestion. For example, I feel like we should go to the park later. Much better than just saying, go to the park. Much friendlier. It opens up a conversation instead of closing it down. Now, how do people usually ask for your opinion in English? The two most common ones are, what do you think, and how do you feel about this? Perfect. Let's practice right now. Lab 285, what do you think about Italian food? Or, where do I even start? In my opinion, pizza is the king of all foods. No debate needed. Interesting. But personally, I think pasta is even better than pizza. Really? That's a bold opinion. Why do you think so? Well, because there are so many varieties, you can never get bored. Every dish feels different. That's a good point. I see what you mean. And there, you just used another brilliant phrase. I see what you mean. I did. And I meant it. Even when I disagree, I can still understand your point. That's what keeps a conversation respectful and enjoyable. So what if you strongly disagree with someone? What do you say then? Instead of saying you are wrong, which nobody likes to hear, you can say, I'm not so sure about that, or I see your point, but. Those phrases are so much more elegant. They show maturity and respect. And here is another great one. I have a different opinion. Simple, honest, and polite. Or try, if you ask me, I think the other way is better. Very natural and conversational. If you ask me, I love that one. It feels very personal, like you are sharing something just between friends. Exactly. For example, if you ask me, summer is much better than winter. Or, I'm not so sure about that, Lab 285. I am a winter person through and through. Really? But think about the beach, the sunshine, the long evenings. I hear you, but I feel like winter has its own magic. Hot chocolate, warm sweaters, cozy evenings at home. I see your point. There is something special about a warm sweater on a cold day. And the mountains covered in snow. Absolutely breathtaking. Okay, you win this round. Section 2. Winter is beautiful. I will give you that, but my heart still belongs to sunny days. And that is perfectly okay. You know, that is actually one of the most beautiful things about conversation. Everyone sees the world differently. Every single person has their own unique perspective. So true. Now, Lab 285, let me ask you something. What if you are in a professional setting, like a work meeting? Yes, I think is still perfectly okay to use. Great question. In a more formal situation, you might want to upgrade your language a little. Try from my perspective, or as far as I'm concerned. They carry the same meaning but sound much more polished. Oh, those sound very professional indeed. Imagine you are in a big meeting and you say, from my perspective, we need more time for this project. That sounds confident, clear, and respectful all at once. Exactly. It commands attention without sounding aggressive. People take you seriously. Now flip it around. What about a very casual situation? Like chatting with your best friend? Oh, then we relax completely. You would say something like, to be honest, or personally. For example, personally, I don't like horror movies at all. Oh, same here. I cannot handle horror movies. They stay in my head for days. I'm so glad we agree on that one. No horror movies for us. Now, friends, if you are enjoying this lesson and picking up some useful phrases, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to Repeat English Lab 285. It really means the world to us. Yes. And here is a little fun challenge. If you are still watching right now, drop the word pizza in the comments below. And while you are there, tell us, do you prefer pizza or pasta? We genuinely want to know. What a brilliant way to practice your opinion phrases right there in the comments. Exactly. You could write, I think pizza is better because it has more variety, or in my opinion, pasta is the ultimate comfort food. Go ahead, we are reading every single comment. I love it. Okay, Lab 285, let's switch topics. What do you think about rock music? To be honest, I find it a little too loud for my taste. I am more of a jazz person. Jazz? Really? That surprises me. What draws you to jazz? I feel like it has this wonderful, calm energy. It actually helps me focus when I am studying or working. Ah, I see what you mean. There is something sophisticated about it. But if you ask me, rock music is pure energy, it makes me feel alive. Oh, it is perfect for exercising, I will give you that. Exactly. And look at us, we are using all these phrases completely naturally now. No hesitation at all. That is the magic of practice. The more you use these phrases, the more automatic they become. You stop thinking about the rules and just speak. And that is when real fluency begins. When the language just flows out of you. Perfectly said. Now let's try something fun. Let's pretend we are choosing a movie to watch together tonight. Ooh, I love this. Okay, I want to watch a romantic comedy. Something light and funny. To be honest, I am not really in the mood for a comedy tonight. Oh really? What are you feeling then? I feel like watching something exciting, an action movie. Fast cars, big stunts, the whole experience. I see. Well, in my opinion, action movies can feel a little empty if the story is not strong enough. You know what? I completely agree with that. The story always has to come first. So how about this? What if we find something that combines action and good storytelling? Now that sounds like a perfect compromise. I believe that is exactly the solution we needed. And look, we just used I believe and in my opinion to work through a real situation together. These phrases are not just for lessons, they solve real problems. That is such a good point. Language is a tool. And the right phrases make everything smoother. Now, what if you want to agree with someone very strongly? Not just a simple yes but really show you are on the same page? Oh, then you bring out the big ones, I couldn't agree more or that is exactly what I was thinking. Yes. Those feel so satisfying to say. I couldn't agree more. Lab 285 English truly is a joy to learn. And you just took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth. What a fantastic expression. Can you explain that one for our friends at home? Of course. It means that someone said exactly what you were about to say. Like your thoughts were perfectly in sync. I love that. It is such a warm and connecting phrase. It shows you share the same feeling. Absolutely. It brings people closer in a conversation. Now, what about the opposite when you only agree a little bit? Like you are not fully convinced? Then you soften it. Say something like, I suppose so or I guess you are right. It shows you are open to the idea without fully committing. I guess you are right, it sounds like someone slowly changing their mind. I find that so real and relatable. It is very natural. Like you keep telling me summer is wonderful, and slowly, I start to come around. And are you coming around? Even just a little. Maybe. I guess you are right that there is something magical about a warm beach evening. See. I knew it. The sun always wins eventually. Just a tiny bit. Do not get too excited. I will take it. Now, Lab 285, here is an interesting one. Why do people sometimes say in my humble opinion? What does humble add to it? Such a great question. Humble means modest, like you are not trying to force your view on anyone. So, in my humble opinion, it's like saying, this is just my small thought, please take it gently. It makes the person sound very thoughtful and considerate. Exactly. It is one of the most polite ways to share a strong view without sounding arrogant. In my humble opinion, this lesson is one of the most useful we have ever done. Well, I truly hope so. I believe we have packed so much value into this conversation today. Every phrase we have used, it is all real, everyday English. It really is. And as they say, practice makes perfect. Speaking of practice, Emily, what is your honest opinion on video games? Oh, now this is a topic I enjoy. Personally, I think video games are genuinely a lot of fun. Same here. Especially the ones you play together with friends or family. I completely agree. I feel like gaming is actually a wonderful way to stay connected with people even when you are far apart. Exactly. Distance does not matter when you are on the same team. But you know, some people still believe video games are just a waste of time. How do you respond to that? Honestly, I understand where they are coming from, but personally, I just do not agree with that view. Why not? Make your case. Well, I believe games actually develop really important skills. Problem solving, teamwork, quick thinking, strategic planning, these are all things you practice without even realizing it. You know what? I never thought about it from that angle before. That completely changes my perspective. And that is exactly why giving reasons matters so much. When you explain your opinion with because, people actually listen. They understand you better. So true. I think this because or I believe that because, those two little words make your whole opinion so much more powerful and convincing. Absolutely. Your opinion goes from just a feeling to an actual argument. It becomes something people can engage with. Now, Lab 285 here is a real situation many learners face. What if someone asks your opinion on something you genuinely know nothing about? Oh, this happens to everyone. And the most honest and intelligent thing you can do is simply say, I don't really have a strong opinion on that, or I'm honestly not sure about this one. That takes real confidence, actually. Admitting you don't know something is not a weakness, it is wisdom. Exactly. To be honest, I don't know enough about that topic to give a fair opinion. And that is completely fine. Much better than pretending or making something up just to fill the silence. 100%. Nobody knows everything, and people respect honesty far more than false confidence. On that note, what is your opinion on space travel? Because I feel like that is something most of us know very little about personally. Well, personally, I think it is one of the most extraordinary things humanity has ever attempted. I would go to the moon tomorrow if I could. Really? That surprises me. I'm honestly not so sure I could do that. Just the thought makes me nervous. But imagine standing up there and looking back at Earth. I believe it would be the single greatest experience a human being could ever have. Well, in my opinion, both feet firmly on the ground is a perfectly wonderful place to be. Huh. Fair enough, but I still dream about it. You are far braver than I, Lab 285. I will cheer for you from Earth. I appreciate the support. Okay, let's bring it a little closer to home. What do you think about learning English online? Oh, I think it is absolutely one of the best things that has happened for language learners. You can learn from anywhere in the world, at any time that suits you. Completely agree. I feel like it gives learners a level of freedom that was simply not possible before. You are in control of your own journey. Exactly. You can pause, rewind, and revisit. You learn at your own pace. And channels like Repeat English Lab to 85 are right there with you every step of the way. In my opinion, that kind of flexibility makes the whole experience far more comfortable and enjoyable. Learning should never feel like a punishment. I couldn't agree more. When you enjoy the process, you progress so much faster. Now, to be fair, some people still prefer a traditional classroom setting. How do you feel about that? I completely respect that. In a classroom, there is something special about face-to-face connection. You feel the energy of other learners around you. There is immediate feedback from a teacher. That is so true. Personally, I think both approaches have real value. They are not competing, they actually complement each other beautifully. That is a wonderfully balanced opinion, Emily. You are seeing both sides clearly. I try to always look at the full picture. Every learner is different, and the best method is simply the one that works for you. That is genuinely great advice. And that kind of open-minded thinking makes you a much better communicator, too. It really does. When people feel heard and understood, conversations become so much richer. Okay, I think it is time to bring everything together. Emily, shall we do a quick summary of all the incredible phrases we explored today? Yes. Let's do it. So we started with the basics, I think, and I believe. Then we moved to in my opinion, and personally for that extra touch of individuality. We explored I feel like and to be honest for softer, more genuine expression. And of course, if you ask me and from my perspective, for that confident, personal touch. Beautiful. And for showing agreement, we have I agree, me too, exactly, and the very satisfying I couldn't agree more. Plus that wonderful expression, you took the words right out of my mouth. And for disagreeing with grace and respect, I'm not so sure about that. I see your point, but, and I have a different opinion. These phrases are the difference between a conversation and a conflict. They truly are. Master these phrases, and your English instantly sounds more natural, more confident, and more like a native speaker. Lab 285, before we close, what is your one final piece of advice for everyone watching today? My advice is this: do not wait for the perfect moment. Pick just one of these phrases and use it today. Right now. In a conversation, in a message, in the comments below. Yes. Start small and build from there. Even one phrase used confidently is a huge step forward. Tell us in the comments, what is your opinion about today's episode? We genuinely love hearing from you. And I have a feeling the comments are going to be full of wonderful opinions today. I believe so, too. Because we have the best community of English learners in the world right here at Repeat English Lab 285. We really do. And we are so grateful for every single one of you. Your support, your comments, your dedication, it is what keeps us going and keeps us creating more content for you. Exactly. We are not just a channel, we are on this journey together. Well, on that beautiful note, goodbye for now, Emily. Until next time. Goodbye, Lab 285. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. And goodbye to all of you wonderful people watching. Keep practicing, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Happy learning, everyone. Bye-bye.